faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slingshot's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slingshot's crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat.
Beyond the Quest is recorded in front of a live Twitch audience. You may hear us addressing live comments during the show. Beyond the Quest may not be suitable for all listeners. You're going to hear real, raw footage of real life first responders discussing anything and everything. You may hear from preachers, teachers, EMS personnel, 911 dispatchers, and more. Nothing is off the table. And as I stated, nothing is edited out. Jokes may be made that some may find offensive. These views and opinions are that of each individual person and not that of the group Slim Chance Gaming or any of our sponsors. If you're easily offended, this may not be the show for you. Or then again, it could be. With all that out of the way, let's get started.
Good morning, people, and happy New Year's Eve. I think's how you word that. You got me. You got Medic. You got Taco.
Howdy.
We got Napkins.
What's up?
And we got a Schizo with us again.
Good morning, everybody.
What is going on? I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas.
We had a pretty good time together.
We did indeed. How is everyone this morning? Because I feel like death eating a cracker.
Bro, my job sucks.
Bro, that gives you free fries in the elevator. What more you want?
You got a point.
Napkins, it tells me you're talking, but I don't hear you.
I'm
Oh,
good.
there you are. Discord confuses my head sometimes.
Yeah,
I did learn.
I think it's
Go
picking
ahead.
up ambient noise, but it's not actually loud enough to trigger any audio. It's just picking up that my mic is on, if that makes any sense.
I got you.
I did learn something valuable at work today.
Oh,
I
yeah?
learned that if you do your job well enough, you get to do other people's jobs too.
I think that's at every job.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more so here because 7B really loves me. Truly.
Before we get too far into it, I do want to address an email that came from one of our listeners. This was not through the forum. This was actually sent directly to our direct inbox.
I didn't
And
know
I
people
just want
really
to
done
start.
that.
I want to start off by saying I apologize because I didn't even think about it. But this viewer, who wished to remain anonymous, just simply said that they listen on a podcasting platform, and there are times that we address comments on Twitch without actually reading the comment, and they feel a little left out of the loop, and they ask that going forward we can address the comment before we answer it or make jokes or whatever. And I will say that we will do our best, but it will not be verbatim verbatim because sometimes our chat gets a little colorful.
Yeah, sometimes we just live in the moment, you know.
And sometimes we just spread hate, you know.
Sometimes we just suck, you know. Is
Speak
what
for
Some
it
people
yourself.
suck.
Some people suck.
is. Oh, so I do have something to discuss, but I wanted to give you guys options first if there's anything, any topics or anything you all want to discuss.
I want to know what y'all think is going on in New Jersey. Honestly,
I
You
don't
have to
have
be
a clue what
more.
you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
the
talking about.
drones.
Oh,
So
the
apparently,
drones.
over New Jersey right now, there are hundreds of drones flying over the sky. Uh, the government's not really talking about it. Like they're just, I mean, it's just kind of like a hush hush thing right now. But they're over airports and military bases and whatnot. And there's been other photos come out that don't look like drones. They look kind of like orbs in the sky. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like a kind of weird to to see it because I mean, drones are pretty commonplace now, you know, and I don't know why everybody's freaking out now. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen or heard anything about it on the news or whatnot, or
I've
maybe you've
heard
seen it on
some stuff on
Facebook.
it. I also heard that I watched. It was like all the politicians in the big courthouse, and they were trying to ask, you know, what is going on with this, and they were questioning like people that were, you know, like with the FBI and the security and everything, wanting to know what's the deal with these drones, and they didn't have an answer, and they were pretty much calling them out, and was like, you know, the sad part is that you all should be the ones that should know what's going on, and you don't even know how to do your job.
Yeah.
I've got one word.
Oh yeah.
I didn't understand it.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Most likely.
I mean, according to the government, they are real and they're living in the oceans. So.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Is this the same government that does all kinds of stupid stuff? Like,
There was actually around here, um I saw somebody that they had posted a picture because I guess there were some places around here drones were flying around, and they were like, "What is the deal with these drones?" And some guy went out and shot one down, and come
yeah,
to
there's
find out
a
it was like his neighbor's little kid that was just out flying his drone around.
there was a guy in gosh, I think it was in New Jersey. He ended up shooting one down that was hovering over his house, and it turned out to be the Walmart delivery drone. And now he faces like a $10,000 fine.
Did you say a Walmart delivery drone?
Yeah, they be doing stuff like that.
What is
So
a
does Amazon.
Walmart delivery? What is with a drone?
It's a
Yeah.
drone that literally delivers stuff within like 2 hours of you ordering.
How
Yep.
much stuff can it carry?
Not
Not
much.
much.
It's for small orders.
Well, around here, a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread for when the winter hits. That way we can make milk and bread sandwiches.
That way you
You
ain't gotta
know,
go through the
anytime that they
crowd.
say it might snow.
Oh,
So
so what?
before we get
What do
before
you?
we get too deep on any topics,
Mhm.
I just want to take a moment and give a huge shout out to our brothers and sisters in the Angry Vet Nation. I'm not really going to comment a whole lot as far as what's going on. If you're a member of our Discord, you know that I briefly stepped away from Slim Chance Gaming. Um, it's not for good. It's just a temporary pause, kind of get my head back on straight, get my priorities in order, kind of make myself right again. Um, but this morning, I had over 400 emails from people I didn't even know that was just letting me know that I was in their thoughts and prayers and that they're here for me. And that means a lot.
That's
Um,
family, bro.
Wait a minute. 400 people?
over 400 people.
I don't even
And
know 400 people.
I was really confused at first, but we did get a email. I'm assuming from Amy, um, and I'll let one of you guys read that. I don't think I can get through it, um, but if one of y'all want to read that, you can.
Sure, I got it pulled up here. From Angry Vet Nation. Napkins, we just wanted to let you know we're with you. And we get life gets hard, but giving up is not an option. Don't ever think that you're not cared about. Remember, we have your six in this brotherhood. By now, you should be seeing some support come through. Just know these people don't even know you. They just know you're a brother. If you need anything, brother, reach out. Stay out of the darkness. It will swallow you before you can even realize what's happening. And we refuse to lose a brother to the demon of depression. It's simply not an option. We love you, brother, and together we'll get through this rough patch you're going through.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And you read it in such a smoothing voice.
I'd cry, but I wasted all my tears at work.
And I will say that speaks so much on who Angry Vet Nation is for anybody listening. Like you really don't know it's not just somebody because they're they're sponsoring this. I mean they are family and they do what family should do and they have your back and they help you in any way they can.
Incredible people for sure. From Angry Vet, I could tell when we talked, brother, you may not want to admit it, but you're on a dangerous spiral. Get out of it before it drags you down.
Amen to that. I don't know if he's muted or he's got tears flowing. He is in here. He can see it too.
Both. Sincerely, I thank you guys. It means the world.
Some allergies kicking in this morning on you, aren't they?
I was cutting an onion.
I'm sweating from my eyes.
My eyes are watering again. Shouldn't eat that popcorn.
That popcorn do you in every time now.
I'm telling you. Maybe this sickness that I have no idea what it is and testing negative for everything has something to do with all them drones.
I think that I think
It's
our
kinda-
Christmas was less of a Christmas and more of a bubonic plague party or something. 'Cause
telling
we all
you.
got sick.
telling
Everybody but me.
Oh, you done it now. You just wait.
I don't know, man.
Next time you see him Napkins, just start hugging on him and kissing on him. You get it.
Sometimes I think something more may be wrong with me. Like,
You
I'm
really
like,
want to
plenty
go
wrong
there?
with you, so.
maybe my immune system is too. Maybe my white blood cell is so high, and that's why it's hard for me to get sick.
You caught COVID enough.
I'm immune, baby.
I did hear that this new virus that's going around is supposed to be some strand of COVID.
Of course it is. Another
I heard
variant.
that as well. I heard
I
that it was
know.
a variant that wouldn't pick up on the tests that they currently have.
Yeah.
I know that bird flu is hitting people hard.
Bird flu's back.
Bird flu A, yes.
Well, I tested negative for all the flus. Tested negative for strep and COVID and all that. They sent one of them off for culture or whatever on the wife, and it come back as strep. So, but if it was strep, I would think it'd start clearing up now. But I'm gonna tell you, if I was gonna wish anything on some people, this would be one of those.
Strep don't go away without antibiotics.
Medic used to say that schizo, he's been proven wrong this time.
What?
I think it
what?
was about the not getting sick thing.
Oh, I used to say, because everybody in the house would get sick, and
And you'd
she
be the
was
only
like,
one.
"You're gonna get it." I'm like, "No, I ain't." And she goes, "How are you not gonna get it?" I'm gonna tell it. Like I ain't got time to get sick. No, I ain't getting sick. Period.
Like
To be fair, this one caught me off guard. Kind of like them diabetes attacks. You know what I mean? They jump out of the bush and get you.
Middle of the night
Yeah.
at the
I mean,
post office.
I like to think that I'm pretty good at washing my hands now. You know, like
Because
Now,
you wasn't before?
I mean, no, you know, I
It
mean,
took
before I
30
got
years
into
to
the
get
medical
there, but
field,
we're there for hygiene, baby.
before I got in the medical field, you know, I mean, how often did you really wash your hands? I mean, except when you were coming out of the bathroom before you were eating dinner or whatnot.
When are
You
you?
know,
Do you not? Were you supposed to wash your hands then?
well, I mean, did you just go in the kitchen on a random Friday night? You sitting there watching TV and be like, I'm gonna go wash my hands.
I don't
Do you do
think
that?
anybody's still
I
supposed to
don't do
that.
that.
What was your point?
What I'm saying is, I mean, washing your hands helps keep sickness at bay. You know?
You've hurt my noggin.
Yeah, I agree.
Bro, yeah.
We
You
get
just
it. We're sick and you're not.
Yeah, that's exactly
Lord.
what I'm saying. Read it and weep.
I am weeping. It's the plague. Yes, we've been on antibiotics for 5 days. You were correct, wife. I don't feel any better.
How you gonna have that on them big jobs?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So one thing I wanted to kind of throw out, especially with it being close to New Year's, I wanted to get your all's thoughts and opinions on New Year's resolutions, what you think about them, and if you have any, what your plans are.
I don't plan on getting sick, that's for sure.
Who
You're
lets
going to talk a
Schizo back on
lot
this
of
show?
crap, and you're going to turn out even more sick than the rest of us.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right. You're right.
That's true.
I'm
he
gonna come
is.
down with like legit bubonic plague. And the worst part is I'll have to go to our workplace to get treatment, and I'll be like, take me to Highlands. And they'll be like, nah, I can't do that. I'm like, please don't let me
They'll
die
put you
here.
in the haunted room.
Oh gosh, I want to tell everybody about that so bad.
Yeah, let's not.
um.
Oh dude, it's so tempting.
So I'm gonna start with Taco, because your name is the
uh-huh.
first name on Discord.
Wow. Um, I guess the only things that I'm really looking at next year about are getting that second bedroom set up finally to start painting on miniatures and things like that. Uh, Focusing on trying to grow my portion of our group so that we can keep growing the group as a whole. Trying to get more content and actually learn some of this stuff so that I can do a little more professional job at it.
Sketch out.
So I do stream. I haven't streamed since October, and it's not because I don't want to. It's and I'm leading into my New Year's, but I feel so exhausted. It seems like here recently, for a couple of months now, just tired all the time. So
You have that on
I
them
guess I'm
big
gonna
jobs.
take a step with Taco on that, and start doing a little bit more. I mean, I've been playing games, but it's mostly just for my own personal, you what's the word I'm looking for? Personal
Pleasure.
gratification, I guess, as playing. And I'd like to do more streaming and help the name get out there some more. But as far as New Year's resolutions, man, I really want to get a little bit healthier because well, I mean, the fact is that I'm getting older now, and I may not be sick right now, but those days are coming, and I know they are because I'm getting older. And yeah, I'd just like to be a little bit healthier to be around maybe C40. That would be nice.
Maybe.
I got people that I care about, and I've been thinking about it a lot here recently. You know, my heart's not in the best condition, you know. So I think that's my New Year's resolution. I want to get a little bit healthier.
Napcano.
Um, for me, I think that for my New Year's resolution, I just want to focus on myself and my kids, and just really, I don't know. I guess try and get my own personal life on the right track. Um, obviously, find a house. uh, and just focus on me for a little bit. That's something I feel like pretty much since I first moved out, I've never really done.
I can get that. So, as far as New Year's resolutions, so what I've been thinking about, because I get the whole point of them, but I don't think like anybody needs to wait until like New Year's to decide. Oh, I'm gonna better myself or whatever. I think it's just you make your mind up and you set a goal and you start working towards it. But so one I want to, as far as personal wise, I'm gonna try and work on my health a little bit, quit getting so fat. Um, I'm gonna start working and reading more. Um, lately I've started trying to do a little bit better at that, so I'm gonna continue that going. As far as the channel, I have ideas that I'd like to try. As far as the podcast goes, we've done some discussions about maybe having some like gameplay footage, videos, and stuff playing on the screen while we're doing the podcast, so it's something to watch. I wouldn't mind not being the only one with a camera, and we trying to work out the stream together thing, so that it's not just my channel growing; it's anybody that's wanting to be part of the podcast growing. Um, and setting a date or a day in the week and doing a second episode of the podcast in the evenings once a week, kind of like how we do Monday mornings, then also another day in the evenings, because Cal has mentioned maybe trying to want to be a part of them too, and I think it's going to do nothing but help anyway. Um, and then I'm gonna work on trying to get through. I'm gonna start trying to stream and record at the same time. That way I can knock two birds out with one stone. But I will say, I feel like the channel's come a long way.
I agree.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I
have
feel
been.
like this particular show has grown by leaps and bounds in a short time too.
That's true. I mean, we're kind of a big deal.
Speaking of, huge shout out to our listeners. We have 139 streams on the last episode on Spotify, and we
Awesome.
have 179 total across all podcasting platforms. That's not including people that's watched or listened through Twitch or YouTube. So, thanks, guys. Thanks for supporting us. It means a
Again.
lot.
Dag. Um, Another thing I'm gonna need some help with napkins. Now that we have hit affiliate for the show and stuff, um, there's a lot more stuff that's opened up on Twitch that I didn't know opened up, and I'm a little lost on it. So one thing is gonna be trying to get all that figured out and set up. You can do the channel points now, and what you can redeem with them, and emotes and all that jazz. So I think it'd be something fun to get in. Definitely, we've been working on our audio stuff, so getting all that lined out more and everything. I think the channel and the show has got like a huge a huge wide open area where we can just start trying to dive in and to tweak things and make it better. And that's one goal for the New Year's for me, is to try and see what we can do with the show to try and make it more appealing and professional. Although we're not.
I feel like that our audience is so wide. Like we've got people that come for just the podcast. We got people that come for um, just the solos. Like we have people that come just for the group projects. I feel like that we have such a wide net of people.
Right. And that was one thing I was thinking, like if we try and work out the stream together for the shows, especially if you all look into maybe getting a webcam and stuff, because it would be on the same screen, kind of like we're together talking, and so it's not just one channel growing with the show. If, like, say all three of you all wanted to do it, then all of our channels are getting the viewers, and we're all tied into the same chat and all that. So I think that would be something to really look into for it.
So Amy asked in the Twitch comments and said, "How many total views for the month of December?" I don't have a running total. I have a total as of last episode's airing, and for the month of December, we had 795 views across all platforms.
Ooh.
Daggone.
And that's not including last episode, you said?
Yes, that's not including last episode.
Look at us.
We growing,
Hey,
we growing.
hey, vet. How's
Get some
Courtney?
coffee real quick.
How's Courtney? Is that what you said? Wait, who's Courtney?
That was the one that had sent us the message about
Oh,
her piece of crap baby daddy.
oh yeah, that Courtney. That's who you're asking about.
Yeah, buddy.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't you say, "Oh, it's pretty simple. Leave him. Come to me."
Oh, snap.
She's
What I'm
very
hearing is
single
Schizo has a
now.
chance.
Very single now. Oh,
Oh Lord, I walk away to get a refill and coffee, and now Schizo's trying to get with another single woman, huh?
hey, that's an
Bada bing,
improvement.
bada boom.
That's an improvement. Usually he goes after the taken ones.
That's
You're
true.
right. You're right.
Look at there.
It's
His New Year's resolution's already playing out better.
I just want to say that was the old me that went after married women. I don't go after married women anymore.
Hmm.
I'm a changed man by the grace of God.
What is this episode? Chaos.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, there, Gage. We're kind of all over the place this morning. We didn't have a very coherent thought other than we'll talk about New Year's resolutions and what our plans are going forward, and then we just kind of
To
ramble.
be fair, I've been like death eating a cracker for 5 days now, and I thought it would get better, and it hasn't.
This episode's called Schizo Dick Gets a Date.
Oh, I got people messaging me, driving me crazy.
Yeah, I will say I also have not been in a good I don't really know the exact word. I've not been in a place to come up with talking points or questions at the current moment.
Is there anything that you just want to throw out there and discuss that maybe you want to talk about?
Um, I mean, relationships are stupid in a trap. There you go.
That's true. No offense, wife.
I was about to say.
There you go.
uh,
Just gonna point out, there's 4 of us on here right now. And of
Yeah.
the
Give 'em
4
a-
of us, you are the only one who needs to watch what they say about a relationship.
you
I
gonna,
don't have to
hey,
watch what I say. I speak the truth. I
McMedic's
lucked
wife, are you
out.
gonna give him a blanket to sleep with on the couch,
I
or?
slept on the couch last
What you
night.
talking about? Couch? He gets the trailer outside. I would say doghouse, but he ain't got one.
I slept on the couch last night. That wasn't because of a fighting thing. That was because she snores like a wildebeest, and I could not sleep.
Not all traps are
I
bad.
thought you were calling her out on a live episode.
Oh,
She
she
says
knows she
Seven?
not
snores.
all traps are bad.
Hey, medic.
Yeah.
795 people now know that your wife snores like a wildebeest.
To be fair, she's been just as deathly ill as I've been. So as long as she's breathing, it's okay.
She does say that you did indeed sleep on the couch,
It's
and
true.
that you lie.
You just took up for me, and then you say I lie. I don't understand.
Which, of course, as always, to our viewers, if you have things you want to bring up for us to talk about, you can throw them in the chat there.
That's true.
Or you can visit the sponsor's website at angryvetnation.org. On angryvetnation.org, they supply veterans and first responders with podcasting equipment, uh, recording equipment, gaming equipment, anything and everything they need to succeed. You must be a first responder or veteran to apply. Today is the last day to apply until January 6th, 2025. So get online to angryvetnation.org and get your application in to get in the queue. Or if you're not a first responder or veteran and you're just a listener and you want to reach out to the show, go to angryvetnation.org, click the Beyond the Quest link, and fill out the form. You can remain anonymous. If you want to be a anonymous keyboard warrior, that's cool. If you want to throw some piercing critical insights, that's cool. If you want to mention a talking point, that's cool. All this can be done online at angryvetnation.org.
It even includes a little slot that they can fill out if they're interested in joining an episode of the podcast with us.
Or
And
you
if you
can
want
send
to
an
remain
email.
anonymous, we can even put a voice changer on. So if you want to get on here and just argue, you can. But I wouldn't recommend it because we're known to hurt feelings.
Yeah, we spread hate.
This is
This is what, Schizo?
nothing.
This
Or
is
But
we
if,
can
if you can
I
get
was gonna
on,
say,
if you can get on and have an honest debate, an honest conversation without getting all butt hurt and screaming and yelling, then honestly, I invite you to.
this
Yeah,
Because
is
we enjoy a discussion.
this is a lobby full of first responders. If you think that you're gonna get on here and hurt our feelings, you are in for a very, very rude awakening. Okay, there is nothing that you can say to me that I haven't said 100 times to myself over in the mirror. Okay,
even though they've never seen you.
McMedic's wifey. I never hear myself snore. She's saying
That's
you're a liar because she
that's
doesn't hear it.
probably a lie because she has woke herself up snoring several times. So what is your on the New Year's resolution things? Like the whole idea of a New Year's resolution.
I mean, to me, it's kind of silly to only decide to set goals and work toward improvement because it's a new year.
Right.
I mean, technically, it's just another day. You know,
I think they're. I kind of agreed to you with what you said, McMedic, as far as you shouldn't wait an entire year to make a goal for yourself. But I also get the people that are hardcore for New Year's resolutions, I guess, because it gives them something to work toward the entire year, if that makes sense.
Current queue is empty, so if you apply at Angry Vet Nation today, you will be cleared and accepted or denied within 6 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
And my wife has a video of me snoring. That's not creepy at all. And I was actually going to try and look up, but I ended up not doing it because I just felt like crap and didn't want to. But I was going to look up, like, so people that set New Year's resolutions and then people that just decide, for example, my health, I'm going to get in better shape and just really work on me. And it wasn't a New Year's resolution. Maybe it was like May the 6th when you decided this. Like, I was wanting to know if there was like a stat on like New Year's resolutions that actually people stick with and for how long they stick with it. Because when I was at the gym, there was a lot of people that they just decided one day, I was going to try and do better for me and work on me. And it was never really they had said they had tried doing it like New Year's resolutions and they maybe stuck with it for like a month. But most of the time, it wasn't even a New Year's resolution when they actually hardcore decided that, okay, I'm gonna do better.
Yeah, there are stats out there about that kind of thing, especially New Year's resolutions relating to like improving your health or working out or dieting or whatever. Typically, if that's what people are setting as their New Year's resolution, within 2 months, 90% of them have quit it.
Yeah,
I want to know why New Year's resolutions. I mean, including mine, and so I wanted to be healthier. But I want to know why New Year's resolutions. It seems to me only ever really have to do with going to the gym, eating healthier, stop quitting smoking. You
probably
know,
because it's like right past all the holidays with all the food and you've been shoving down your mouth and you feel.
well, I mean,
That's
but
just
no,
my guess on why they do it.
how many people do you ever hear say, my resolution is to be kinder, to be kinder to other people. You know,
Because most people that aren't kind don't see themselves as unkind.
That's deep right
Good
there.
point.
well, I mean,
That's deep.
obviously the nurses they know they're not being kind,
Oh my gosh, you and work.
bro.
You're obsessive today.
Yeah. Okay.
I
I
feel like
also
it's
wanted
made
to
an
throw this
impact
out
on
to
you.
any of our listeners, and I'm probably going to add this as a poll on the podcast this week. Would anybody be interested in either a recording or B, and we can post it like on our podcasting platforms. We have an option of a full episode, a clip, or a segment. So my question is, and we would have to talk about it more off air. We might it might be something that we offer for like a subscription for like $2 or $3 a month or something like that. But would anybody out there be interested in a pre-show of of Beyond the Quest? Because every Monday, probably 30 minutes to an hour before the show starts, we have a quote unquote waiting room that we all join, and we just kind of bullcrap until time for the show to start. Would anybody be interested in something like that?
That's like a behind the scenes of Beyond the Quest.
Right.
I like that. They would really understand how messed up we are. We are totally down, they say. Question, is Chad here? They agree with you. They think that would be pretty dope, bro. Chad is here. Oh, okay. Chad should probably know that he has made a everlasting impression on this show. Oh, he had to set the Zoom stuff. Way to go, Chad. Congratulations. Um,
You think you're better than me?
well, I am, like I said, been trying to work on some emote ideas and stuff, and one of them I'm gonna dedicate to Chad.
Yep. Daggone Chad.
Not 100% sure what it's got to be yet. But Chad's gonna have an emote.
Your wife has got to go. She got a patient.
Yeah, she do. And if it's insulting, it's Schizo's fault.
It is 100% my fault.
He got your Zoom meeting going, didn't he?
Dadgummit, ain't that hard? I can do it.
Let's go, Chad. I got you, homie. Until I finally get one figured out and he sees it and he's like, really? That?
So wait,
Just
I have
what you
to know.
just-
Chad set up the Zoom meeting,
Yes.
but is Amy still typing all the messages for everybody?
I said, way to go, Chad. I didn't say Chad ain't lazy. I will say, a big kudos to you all for, that queue that got backed up so long and how quick you guys hammered all that out. That's impressive.
That is very impressive. Oh.
Amy said, absolutely. I trust no one with this power. Oh. So everybody got their donuts and coffee this morning too. That's cool. I don't
Fair
have any
point,
donuts.
Chad.
Chad. Daggone Chad.
You're a real piece of work, Chad.
You should have been on here the episode that Napkins just had all kinds of power he shouldn't have had.
I don't know if they know that I still have that power.
Chad probably don't.
You're banned. Sorry, Dad. Chad. That's what I'm gonna say every time I
Brought
say
Chad
something the
up,
rest of
and
the show.
now Chad has been thrown under the bus. Welcome, Chad.
Chad.
In my defense, I thought I did.
Just like spoken like any true IT person.
I'm not gonna lie, like there's been moments like me and Taco just be playing a game or talking, and then something happened. We're like, daggone Chad. Like it has
Yep.
become a thing.
Oh yeah, big time.
Even viewers that aren't part of the group, like our. By the way, hold up.
Uh-oh.
Did I call our brother a butthead last episode?
Mediocre moon
yes. Yes, you did.
I don't remember doing it, but I totally got called out for it.
It was when Medic was talking about the person who said that they didn't know get them whatever for Christmas, and he said their reply was something about his reply was he was going to get them a sour pickle, and you said, was that our butthead brother?
Yeah, you did do that.
It was pretty funny, yeah.
And it wasn't even about him. So
no, I mean our brother called me out on it. He's like, by the way, I haven't been called a butthead since 2nd grade, so thanks for that, by the way.
Did inform him to try moon pie in the microwave for about 10 seconds. It ain't mediocre anymore.
It'll change your life.
I'm telling you. I've tried the chocolate ones like that too.
Oh, dude. The blueberry
The original
ones.
banana,
There's a
the
blueberry
chocolate,
moon pie?
and the vanilla are all good that way. I've never tried the caramel
ordering some
or
right
the
now.
strawberry.
They have blueberry moon pies, and
I didn't know that was the thing either.
They are fantastic in the microwave.
I think at one point I saw like a strawberry one.
Yeah, they did strawberry. I've not tried them in the microwave, but they are decent.
I'm telling
as
you,
they are.
put it in the
Maybe
microwave.
it's just me,
and
but
it blows up, kind of it's basically you just roast a marshmallow cream, and it just blows up. And then when you pull it out, and you got your little fork there to eat it, it's like you took
All
this little
soft and
snack
melty.
and you turned it into this delicious dessert right in front of you. in
You
10
look
seconds,
like Ricky
man.
Bobby.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Maybe it's just me, but I don't like moon pies at all.
Have you
You know
tried
who
one
else
in a
don't like-
microwave?
You know who else don't like moon pies? Terrorists.
Serial killers.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of marshmallows. I don't like the texture.
What about marshmallow
Vet says
cream?
he's ordering some right now. When you microwave them, they don't have that marshmallow texture. It is more like marshmallow fluff,
Do you like
and
marshmallow
it's
cream?
warm.
I don't really like marshmallows, honestly.
I like marshmallow cream, but only on a peanut butter marshmallow cream sandwich.
No, that's a sandwich. I'm telling you, that's a good one.
Yeah, fluffernutter.
And you
What?
have to toast the bread.
Yeah, that's what those sandwiches are called, is a fluffernutter sandwich. I
It's
didn't know
got a
this until a
name?
couple of years ago. Yeah, it's apparently a very northern Yankee type of snack, and I had no idea about it until a couple of years ago. I was like, "What? I thought we just did that ourselves."
Did you know that had a name, Napkins?
I did not know it had a name.
I
In all
didn't
honesty,
either.
I thought it was something me and you made up whenever we were younger.
Yeah,
Well, I learned it from Mom. You take 2 pieces of toast, and
Yep.
preferably, if it's your thing, you get the crunchy peanut butter on
Yep.
one, and then you put a lot of marshmallow cream on the other, and you just smash them together.
they
It's
taste
amazing. It'll change your life.
But yeah, apparently it's a like northeastern type of snack, and they call it a fluffernutter. I didn't know this until a couple of years ago, and I was like, I didn't know it had a name,
How
and
do
I
you
didn't know other people
randomly
did it.
find that? Did you just like, oh, I think I'm gonna look up what this sandwich is called?
No, I learned about it on a podcast.
He's Taco. He knows stuff about stuff nobody else knows.
That
Any
helps
random
nothing.
I know a lot about nothing, yeah. I'm like a walking Seinfeld episode.
With no common sense. It's crazy.
I have some common sense.
So now I'm curious. Now that we've started talking about snacks and food, I have a random question for everybody. What is the weirdest thing that you have tried to create and eat as a snack?
Hmm.
And this could get weird because Napkins used to put ketchup on everything.
You right? Ketchup and Oreos is actually really good.
Ew.
Just-
What?
Yeah, no, veto.
Well,
I regret asking this
I-
question now.
I used to get high a lot. And y'all ever had ramen noodles and Skittles?
What?
Well, let me tell you,
Oh,
it ain't good.
Ramen noodles and Skittles.
what in
No, I
your
was-
what in anybody's mind would see a bowl of ramen noodles and was like, you know what'd be good in that?
Skittles.
Listen to me.
He was
Listen to me,
tasting
okay?
the rainbow, bro.
The way my brain was working at the time, I was like, sweet and salty. Okay?
You couldn't
And I
went
was
with
like,
a pretzel?
and it'll go together because what'll happen is the ramen noodles will be hot and they'll melt the Skittles. But I want to tell you, it looked like burnt plastic.
Yeah, I bet
Okay.
that wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
I've
But,
Next time, just eat a payday.
yeah.
well, I don't do that anymore. Okay?
I have
But,
had a bologna and ramen noodle sandwich.
And you
What?
talking about me?
Yeah, that was pretty
What
good.
is going on?
Making you a bologna sandwich and you just put your ramen noodles once you've got them cooked.
You can't hear
lay
it
on
right now,
there.
but I'm dialing the police.
Since when is ramen noodles salty?
Listen, in his defense,
It's literally-
defense, have you seen the sodium content
Yeah,
of
it's
one
literally
pack of
nothing but
ramen
sodium.
noodles?
I think that's more of the broth though.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, the noodles are just unflavored noodles.
Yeah.
It's plastic. They're plastic.
Your
Usually when I
plastic,
eat ramen,
Schizo.
I don't even I pour the broth out.
Ain't you got a patient to take care of? What are you even doing here?
I do want to apologize to everybody. This episode is definitely not a deep episode. This is one of the episodes where we just hang out. So
Sometimes that's what you need.
Go take a blood
So
pressure.
I don't know about any weird ones. The way my brain tends to work is I look at things on if they'll go together or not before I try it. So I
How
don't
do
know
you
about
know?
necessarily weird.
You never
The
tried
most
just
random
weird
thing I've
creations?
recently tried was I had a bunch of frozen fruit from you and your wife there, Medic, and decided, hey, I wonder if I can make fruit dumplings using all this.
What the heck's a
And
fruit dumpling?
like
It's a dumpling, but it's made of
blackberry
fruit.
dumplings.
It's like a
It,
taco, but deer.
no, it's like chicken and dumplings, but you use fruit instead of chicken. You don't use chicken broth and stuff.
That's so
But
weird.
I took I took cherries, peaches, and pineapples of all things, and threw them in a pot together with some water and sugar. Let them boil for a while, and then made drop biscuit batter and dropped it in there to make the dumplings. Uh, actually, Napkins, you tried it. It was pretty good, wasn't it?
He has no idea what you're talking about.
I don't think I actually tried it.
Oh, well, you were there when I brought it to Mom and everything.
Yeah, I think Mom and Peepaw ate those.
Yeah, they kept telling me they were great. Our mama tried some of them. She liked them. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
So napkins, weird creation. Let's hear it.
Oreos and ketchup.
You gotta have something better than that. That's gross.
I mean, like you said, I put ketchup on everything. So,
Oreos and ketchup. That's what you're going with.
um, you ever tried mashed potatoes and ketchup or
Bro,
mac and cheese and ketchup?
what is it with you and ketchup?
I
Those
like
are-
ketchup. Okay. No. Okay. So
Put some
whenever I was
ketchup on it.
younger, I did use some A1, some mustard, I think some barbecue sauce, and I made a chip dip out of it, and it was pretty good.
You know the burritos that like you just buy at the store and put in the microwave and eat? What do you put on your burritos?
Sour cream and cheese.
Hot sauce, sour cream, and cheese.
Taco sauce for me, and that's pretty much it, really.
Well,
Daggone,
sometimes
y'all
chili, like canned
y'all
chili.
just proved my wife right.
What?
What's that?
Because I've always done ranch and cheese. That's all you need, ranch and cheese. Ranch makes everything better, right? She thinks that that is weird. And she does salsa, sour cream, and cheese. And I'm like, what are you doing? That's disgusting. She's like, it's a burrito with salsa.
I don't.
No, you're
I don't know
supposed
how
to
I
use
feel about
ranch and
salsa
cheese.
and sour cream. Honestly,
Ranch is the way to go, obviously. It says the ad break will start in 4 minutes, 30 seconds, by the way.
I've also used A1 on frozen burritos. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I've done that.
I put ranch on a lot of stuff, man. But it's got to be good ranch,
I-
not that Kraft ranch.
gotta be
Hidden
Hidden Valley.
Valley's the best.
Yeah, Hidden Valley. Or I tell you what, I don't know what it is, but whatever ranch at Pizza Hut salad bars used to carry.
I think that's just like the
Homemade
ranch
ranch.
dip that you can make.
That's some good stuff.
I think the buttermilk ranch from Hardee's is the best.
I think you should probably punch
Yeah.
yourself in the face.
You're
It is
just
not
jealous.
better than Hidden Valley.
I'm pretty sure it is Hidden Valley.
It is not Hidden Valley. You just said buttermilk.
Hidden Valley is buttermilk. Right?
No,
Hidden
it
Valley
is
makes
not.
buttermilk ranch.
That's a separate one. That's not just straight regular Hidden Valley Ranch. They also have Buffalo Ranch that's Hidden Valley.
Yeah, that's pretty.
They had an avocado ranch too. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody.
Their bacon one's pretty good though.
Avocados in general is gross.
You know what one of the best snacks is I used to do? You know the cheese in a can you can squirt out?
Uh-huh.
You just fill your
Cheese
mouth
whiz?
fill your mouth full of the cheese, and then just throw a handful of bacon bits in there. I'm telling you, you talk about a salty snack.
Angry
good.
Vet Nation. I disagree. Avocados are great.
No, avocado ranch kills the ranch flavor. I have had
I'm not a
avocados on a burger. That's
I
pretty
think
good.
she's referring to me because I said that avocados in general was gross.
You don't like avocados?
No.
Interesting.
I have never tried an avocado
Ever?
ever.
Why?
I don't know.
To be fair, the first time I tried them was on a burger. And I was a little skeptical, but then I thought, I ate a pancake burger once, and it was pretty good, so I'm going to try it.
It's true,
Yeah,
you did.
I can see the parallels there. Avocado and pancakes.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Some things you never know.
Like I don't even know what the taste of avocado would be.
Avocado taste.
I swear on this everything that is good on this green earth.
So avocados are kind of like cilantro in that for some people they just kind of taste, it's an avocado. It is
Cilantro?
what it is. And for some people it kind of has more of a soapy taste to it.
Avocado is plain or gross. Now, guacamole is the bomb. I do like guacamole.
Never heard it. I had it.
You've never tried guacamole?
What part of I've never tried an avocado?
I said guacamole!
That's made with avocados.
I have a question. If you don't want to answer, it's fine. It's for Napkins. Care to share what has you down or what you're going through from Super Mario Cousin, aka Gage?
It's kind of a lot. In all honesty, it's kind of just feel like that life started hitting me from all sides at once. Um,
It's kind of like a life sucker punch.
yeah, pretty much. And for the ones that haven't noticed, the mystery woman is no longer here, and that's kind of a big part of it.
It says ads will start in 30 seconds. I don't know if they will or not. That's one thing I gotta figure out. All this ad stuff. We're getting ready to find out. It says 15 seconds. Do 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 do.
Bum bum bum.
Oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry, bro.
It is what it is. Go on.
It's
If
a
ads are
quote
playing,
from
I have no idea.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not seeing any.
You're not seeing any?
No.
It says that it ends in a minute.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Okay. We'll chill out for a minute while the ads are playing. Do do do. I'm curious what
Oh,
ads playing.
my recording does still pick up. So let me pause that.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop off
Okay.
just because I'm having a lot of trouble staying awake right now.
Okay.
But let everybody know that thanks for watching. Don't forget to spread the gospel.
All right, dude, get you some rest.
I will. The week. I mean, maybe sometime this week we can try to do another one where I can actually stay awake.
Okie dokie.
All right, love you guys.
Love you, bro.
Love you, man.
It says it should end in 20 seconds.
Mine's saying 28 seconds.
And the funny thing is, if anybody's a subscriber to your channel, they can see and watch all this, even though the ad's going on.
Yeah. You'd be the only subscriber.
Oh, I feel special.
You are special.
That's true.
Special ed.
3
Uh-huh.
seconds.
I crack myself up.
And we're back.
The ads are over. Yay ha.
Uh, to finish what I was saying there, Gage, or Super Mario Cousin. Um, right now, I feel the Jelly Roll song. I'm not okay. I kind of feel that hardcore right now. I'm not okay, but everything's gonna be all right, and that pretty much sums it up.
It is okay to not be okay.
It's true. Our company told us so when they gave us t-shirts that said that.
Schizo went ahead and hopped off. Said he was gonna go get some sleep. He was tired.
Said he was falling asleep at his desk.
He said thanks for watching and spread the gospel. Was you guys that serious?
I'm not really comfortable talking about that at the current time. Sorry.
Gotcha. No need to apologize, him say. Boom, boom, boom. So,
So
go
I do
ahead.
have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, and I'm not saying that I'm going to. It has been a thought that's crossed my mind a couple times. But would you guys ever consider moving if it meant a better opportunity?
Um, well, it depends on when you say moving on, like, where to.
And what kind of opportunity, too, because that would be a big factor for me, too.
Well, like, okay, I was talking to a hospital that is about 2 hours away from here. I was talking to one of the higher ups in the hospital over the lab department. And I could, if I was to do it, and again, I'm not saying I am going to do it, but if I was to do it, they offered the same shift that I'm working right now, the same exact hours that I'm working right now, for almost 2.5 times the hourly wage that I make now.
Hmm. Well, my biggest thing is you'd have to factor in of, I mean, if it pays that much more too, what the cost is to live wherever it's at. What you'd have to do to have help with children, babysitters, and whatnot, and all that.
And what kind of impact would it have on your social stuff, like your family and all that?
Yeah. Like I said, it's not something that I'm saying I'm going to do. It was just a thought that crossed the mind. So,
Is it only like so? Your shift right now is what, Friday, Saturday,
Friday,
Sunday?
Saturday, and Sunday.
I mean, there's also other possibilities you could look into of if you had somewhere to stay, of just going down for the weekend, doing your shift, and then coming back, kind of like in EMS, you
Traveling.
go in and work and then come back. But then a lot of that too, when you're doing that, it's gonna the cost of wherever you're staying. That's gonna take a lot of the extra pay that you're getting out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Different different things you got to factor in too, because a lot of times people just see, oh, big money increase, I'm gone, and then it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Napkins, don't move to just run away from your problems. Moving will not help you escape the darkness. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying the timing is suspicious. From Vet. Daggone, he call you out, won't
He did,
he?
straight up.
But I will agree with what he's saying as well. Just because you can't outrun everything. Sometimes you gotta just stand and face it. And with
I
that being
agree, and it
said, I think you get placed in situations in life and things that we have to face and deal with. But just because we have to face something doesn't mean you have to fight it. Sometimes just facing it is just to realize that maybe you need to look up and let that deal with it instead of having to try and fight it and force stuff.
I agree, and as far as like trying to run away or whatever, that's not it at all. I actually before any of this happened, I was my only goal in life, um, as a father, I feel like, is to be able to say that I gave my kids the best possible life I could. I gave them the best opportunities I could,
Right.
and part of that is thinking about this area and how much this area hasn't changed. How I'm working for one of the highest paid as far as hospitals in the area, as far as my profession goes, and I'm not able. I cannot truthfully say that I am giving them the best possible life, if that makes any sense.
Well, you got to also consider, though, that a big portion of whether or not kids are getting the best possible life isn't necessarily like, can they go to the most expensive schools or can they get the most expensive stuff? It's also, are they really being shown the love they deserve? And I think that's happening plenty for them now.
Yeah, and I'll say like, um, for example, like when the wife was traveling and whatnot, that was a big payday increase for us that we were able to afford and do things. And I kept wanting to get the kids this, get the kids that, and the wife was like, you know, I mean that's a lot of money. What you're wanting to do, and I kept saying, well, I want to give them, stuff I never had. I never had a chance towards this or that. And then once she quit traveling and I got hurt in that wreck and was off work, I mean we drastic change because we couldn't afford anything. Um, and I think it was a lot of it was, it's a hard lesson, and she's mentioned it before of like maybe we needed it to realize, making the most money and saying, well, that way I can give them this and that isn't saying give them. That's not the best way to give them stuff that you never had. Making them realize, value in um, family time, making them realize value um, in well, money doesn't grow on trees, and so sometimes you can't have the best of the best, so that they're not always having everything gave to them. And I think I mean, it helped a lot in my eyes of realizing what I was doing too. Giving them the best possible life isn't about giving them the most money. I 100% agree. You can't build your life around money. Build it around family, friends, morals, God, etc. Money should honestly be way down on the list as long as you can afford to live. That's what matters.
And like I keep warning my boss at work because things just have not been getting better this year like they've promised. I know how to live poor. A lot of people don't understand how to do that, but I know how.
And like, for example, like, especially for example, when Halo was big and we used to always play Halo, like streaming wasn't a big thing then.
No, it
And
really wasn't.
used to have, especially when you're younger, you had these ideas of I'm gonna try and make money and make a living playing games, and everybody laughs it off because it seems so stupid. But now, like, streaming is such a possibility, and it is a big thing and whatnot. And one of my kids, that's all they ever say when they get older. They're gonna be a YouTuber. That's what they want, be a YouTuber. And my wife gives them a hard time and stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now because when you go to work and you hate going to work because it sucks so bad, but if you have a chance to work and try and build something that you can make money at and pay your bills at, but you're also doing something that you enjoy to do that's fun, I think that makes a big difference too.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked off and on over the last several years about us trying to get something like this going, and the back issues that I'm now having started up real bad last year, and that was the final push for me to say, hey, let's actually try this. I mean, it may take us forever to get it going. We may never make something out of it, but let's actually try this.
And I will say, not to like pull anything out onto the show, and if you don't want to respond to it, that's fine and stuff. But I will say that I do hope that you really deeply consider, you know, where you're standing right now with the SCG in general, just because whether you realize it or not, like you were one of the main cores to this group, and this group would have never been anything if it wasn't for you stepping up and doing what you did. Um, a lot of people, even in the group, they don't realize how much you do behind the scenes, like with emails and with podcast in general, and with everything. You handle a lot that we don't, and you handle a lot of stuff that we don't know how. And being a part of this, and especially with things that our amazing sponsors working towards, like the therapy and things to being able to reach out and stuff. I think I hope that you really reconsider it because especially if something like that can happen, um, you're gonna have everything right there at your fingertips. Like if you do have moments of stuff that you're going through that you can reach out to talk to. I mean, you have vet that you can reach out to. You have all of us, even though we may be brothers, we're also a brotherhood of sticking together and having each other's backs. And that's one thing that I love about our sponsor that they literally fit in and they get it.
Quickly to catch up on comments here, Angry Vet Nation. Angry Vet is in his deep side this morning, who replied with, just worried about our brother. It's not SCG without napkins, honestly.
I agree.
McMedic's wifey, this group is literally a brotherhood. It takes each of you to make it work together. And Angry Vet, I've personally offered napkins to therapy sessions and I'll pay for it out of my own pocket. See, that's what we're talking about when we say these are some incredible people. How many other sponsorships out there would actually care enough to be trying to help the members of whatever they're sponsoring? Most of
Right.
them would just be like, look, you need to sort your stuff. We're paying you. You got to get used to this.
Um, honestly, I will say, um, vet specifically, since Friday, we've probably spent in total 2.5 hours either on the phone or texting back and forth. Um,
I
so,
can barely hear you, bro.
huge shout out to him because he's been a big help throughout this whole thing.
I don't know what he said. I can barely hear him.
Yeah, he was cutting out pretty bad there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I said since Friday, since everything happened on Friday to today, me and Vet personally have spent probably 2 to 2.5 hours either on the phone or texting, just honestly just talking, checking in, and huge shout out to him because it's been a huge help. Um, and I know I've got family I can reach out to, but sometimes it's easier to talk to somebody who's not family.
Yeah. Sometimes it
Who, who
it makes a difference because it's. I got you. I understand.
who can see stuff from a different perspective, if that makes any sense.
Right. He says, "I told you, brother. Whatever I can do to help."
See, they really care. That's why I like that we have ended up working with them. They really care.
Can we just take a minute and talk about how crazy it is that we even found this group,
Or
or
did
that
Yeah.
this
they
group
find
found us?
us? Well, I will say I don't think anything happens in coincidences, but with purpose. And I think there was a reason we found him or he found us, you know? And it might be bigger than we could ever understand, but even if it was just to come down to know that um, all of it was just so that when you were going through this moment, that vet was able to reach out and help you, then it was worth it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Vet found us when we were doing the veteran suicide prevention campaign last year, didn't he?
I think it was when whenever we done the Power World.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
sir,
was
that's
what it
correct.
was for. Yeah, it was that
Yep.
campaign, which I'd like us to do again if we can figure out when that's happening again. That was a
They
lot
haven't.
of,
They haven't reached out to me. They've reached out to me about other ones that they're doing. Like they did some sort of. I think it was something for diabetes. They did something for.
Diabetes.
I think they did something for. I can't remember, some animal shelter or something along those lines. Some kind of animal rescue group. But I haven't heard anything about the
Yeah, since
veterans.
we've done that one, I've not even seen anybody doing anything for it.
no, but I definitely would like us to get involved in more of those events too, because it was fun and it was nice knowing we were helping a really good cause.
Yeah. Even
I
if
know
there was
that
a way for us to
particular,
try and come up with like our own cause to be able to donate towards something to stream, kind of
yeah,
like how we had to do for well, we didn't
Alex.
have to, but we did for Alex. That I enjoyed doing that one. But one towards like a bigger scale would be nice.
Yeah, it's just nice knowing that we can make a difference somehow. And I know that particular one really resonated deeply with Cal.
Yeah.
He had every one of us tearing up and choking up during that final broadcast for that week.
Yeah. Made me cry on stream.
Yep, had every one of us choked up and trying not to bawl like babies.
You have that on them big jobs though. So napkins. I'm gonna
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna throw it to you, sir. It's your turn. Whatever you want to talk about, discuss. If you need to throw in any shout outs.
Um, sorry, I was actually doing research to see if I could find anything on the Stop Soldier Suicide thing. Uh,
I will
looks
say too,
like
our
that we missed it.
we
It looks
missed
like
it.
that they done it December 1st to December 14th this year.
See, I was thinking it was November last time we done it, or
Hmm.
October.
They're doing another one in January, but it's a mile, it's a marathon thing.
Oh,
Did you say a marathon?
A what?
well, I'll get a treadmill and everybody want to work on their health for New Year's, right?
Let's go ahead and volunteer Schizo for that.
I'm down with
He
that.
did say he wanted to work on his health.
Yep.
Um, as far as anything I want to talk about or any shout outs or anything. I can't really think of anything, to be honest. I mean, My mind is
Kind of all over the place.
yeah,
Yeah.
very much so.
Well, don't forget, you're not only loved and appreciated by this group, by everyone in this chat. So, Taco, throw it to you, sir. Even me, Chad.
Even me, Chad.
uh, I bet you and Chad would get along.
I
I
bet we
feel like
would.
they would too. Uh, no, I don't specifically have anything on my mind. I was trying to come up with some stuff we could talk about today, but I really couldn't find anything, and I just kind of feel like this has been a good just hanging out episode. I know more people prefer us when we're getting deep or discussing specific topics, but we didn't really have anything this week like that.
I'll be
Just
honest
looking
with you.
forward to what this.
I was just more. It wasn't so much of I need to find a topic. I need to find a topic. I was just more concerned and worried. I wanted to make sure Napkins was okay. That was my big thing.
Um, I will be. Honestly, I think it's just going to take some time. Um, I will say things are already getting better. I guess I could say. There's been a lot of talking and clearing up confusion, and I feel like that's helped a lot.
Right.
Communication is a very important thing for everybody. It's not just a thing that should be important for, relationships. It's for anything, friendships, family, all
Unless
of
you can
that.
read minds.
If you
Very true.
can, then you need to come clean.
Speaking of, speaking of, definitely wish that was a superpower right now.
uh, some other things I think would be cool to looking into, especially now, like how you're doing the polls and stuff on some episodes. Um, I don't know how you could do it like on. I know the YouTube channel is starting to get some more views, which is awesome. Um, and then we got the Facebook page and stuff. But I was thinking about if there was any way to kind of do in something like if there's any like certain genres of games or type of games that anybody wanted to see or anything like that of us getting into. I think that would be pretty cool to kind of throw in there.
I
Napkins, we
got you.
need to get together and start building the BTQ website. Chad.
Do I smell a buddy comedy building?
Well, to be fair, I don't think Chad realizes sometimes Napkins could build the website and tweak it.
Yeah, Napkins knows a whole lot more about technology than he usually lets on.
He's
How old were you
very.
when you and your friends made an app for fun?
I think that was eighth grade. Was whenever we
Listen,
made our first one.
I think it may have been when you were in 8th grade. I'll never forget. I come home and he's just sitting there on his laptop, and I thought he was playing a game. And I walk over and I look at the screen and I'm like, golly, those graphics are really good. What are you playing? He's like, I ain't playing anything. What are you doing? He's like, oh, I hacked the airport security cameras. What?
Maybe not say that on stream.
Just wanted to see if I could.
Oh, they can't prove it. You're good. Napkins, we may need to talk.
No, we
Things you
used to
do
do
in
that stuff
report.
for fun. I mean,
Wasn't
we
it
would
you
try
and
and
your
access.
buddies that had the hack for the car wash to get free car washes?
Yeah, they caught on to that and changed it. I will say I did feel bad once because we used the code, went through the car wash, and whenever we came out on the other side, the owner was waiting, And I was like, ah, crap, we're caught. And he was like, hey guys, he said, which wash did you go with? And we just picked one of the random ones. And he's like, here. And he reaches in his wallet, gives us $10. And he goes, I didn't
No.
realize it was out of soap, so I'm paying everybody back that goes through until I can get the soap change.
Oh wow.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. That was pretty good.
It was shortly after that the code was removed.
That's pretty good. I
I'm
didn't know
out
about
40
that.
bucks.
I will say I went to try it one time because I was like, Napkins can do this. I can do this. And I was hitting that code. And it must have been after they changed it because it wasn't working. And I had this line backing up way behind me. And everybody's like honking their horn. I'm like, just a minute! And I'm pushing buttons and crap. Yeah. I ended up having to pay.
You played yourself.
Yeah, I felt
I
like a
was
big ding
debating
dong.
you even then.
To be fair, one of the best stories of you unintentionally debating medic has to be when he had to go to the community college over some stuff they had messed up on him. And he ended up accidentally knocking over a computer and asking himself, what would napkins do?
Yeah, yep. I channeled my inner napkins because I was a little heated, and I went and put
Listen,
my hands down on the desk, and I flipped the keyboard, and it threw the monitor. It hit the monitor, and it fell off the desk, and everybody was like, "Oh!" And I told myself, what would napkins do? What would napkins do? And I could hear it plain as day of you saying, I was committed. I had to go with it. So then I just acted like I was angry, and then it was their fault that everything happened. So then they called the cops, and I ran and hid.
I will say my anger is not as bad as it used to be. There
That's
might or
good.
might not have been a moment that I was listed as a possible terrorist with Amazon.
You and customer service, man.
I got a little heated at Amazon. This was whenever I owned my own business. I got to tell the story now. I got a little heated at Amazon whenever I owned my own business because I had a rush order. I'd ordered the parts through Amazon, and they were supposed to be next day air, and they wasn't. They didn't ship them out, and so they were going to be late. And it was a holiday coming up. The day after, the next day was going to be a holiday, so nobody was going to be running. And I went round and around with these people for hours, and I finally got so sick of it that I looked up my closest Amazon customer service center, gave them the address, and told them if my package wasn't there by the next day, I was driving to that center and slashing every tire in the parking lot. And the funny thing is, I had friends that worked at that center, and because a possible threat was called in, security had to walk the employees to their car.
uh, good times, right?
Yeah, good. I may or may not be on a watch list somewhere.
AT&T probably hates you too.
Yeah, I had the office of the president's number through AT&T. I had
For,
one phone carrier that paid me $2,500 because we closed their contract.
So done with these people.
Oh man.
Good times. Aren't you looking forward to the new year? Napkins, you need a job. Oh, don't replace Chad.
I'm telling you, Vet, I've said for years, if he started a business where he just dealt with customer service for other people, he'd be a rich man right now.
I will say there was one moment with AT&T that I realized I was getting a little too good at it. Whenever I pulled up their contract, quoted the contract to the supervisor, and told them that I knew their policy on credits that they could place on the account, and literally told her the exact amount that she could place, like broke it all down, and she started laughing and said, "You win," and gave me the credit.
I don't remember what it was over. There was some customer service that they were giving me the runaround, and I was like, napkins. call them for me. So he calls and gives them my info, and they're like, you don't sound like the person we just talked to. And he's like, oh, so now I'm a liar and you're going to start calling me out on it. And they were like, no, that's not what I mean. He's like, I want to talk to a supervisor. Man, he had it fixed in like 5 minutes.
I will say there was also a time whenever there was a call center that kept calling me over and over and over and over again, and I kept calling back. And as soon as I would get the person's name, I would hang up, and I would call back again, get the person's name, and hang up. And I did this probably 20 times. And then finally, whenever I called in, I asked to speak to a supervisor. They put the supervisor on, they asked what it was regarding, and I said, I gave the typical, I don't have to tell you that. I asked for a supervisor. You have to give me one. So they put this supervisor on the phone, and I said, I've told you people 1,000 times, I'm not the Michaela that you keep trying to call. You refuse to put me on your do not call list, which is against the FCC policy on the auto dialers. I said, I've tried blocking the number. You guys call from a different number. I said, here is 20 of your employees' names. I said, if you do not quit calling me, I will make it my life's mission from the moment I get up to the moment I go to sleep to purposely call over and over and over again, if nothing else, to just tie up your phone lines. They never called me again.
Speaking of that, I got some numbers you could call. You'll never know about your extended car's warranty now.
That's true.
They may be calling you out, Napkins. They're understanding you now. I like it, Chad.
I kind of feel like Chad's probably done the same thing a time or two.
That or he's getting ideas. Well, fellows, any last topics or discussions?
I saw that Netflix released a teaser trailer for Happy Gilmore 2. It looks okay. Might be interesting.
I don't think it'll
And-
beat the first one, though.
Oh, it won't. And they go into pre-production on the Harry Potter series this summer, so we'll see how that ends up.
Chad said I refuse to answer on the grounds that I might incriminate myself.
Yeah,
So
we
he
done that
literally
for Napkins,
pleaded
so.
the fifth by typing it out.
We done that for Napkins, so. What was the last thing you said, Taco?
They're going into pre-production on the reboot of the Harry Potter series this summer, so we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, still on the fence about that one.
Kind of like the idea of them being able to tell it in a series format so they don't have to cut as much, but
True.
I don't know. We'll see.
True. Napkins, any last topics, discussions?
Not that I can really think of.
You cut out, I can't hear you.
I said not that I can really think of. All I can No, I don't really think I have anything. I do have no.
What?
I do no. I do no. I do no.
What is
I don't
it?
know.
Spit it
I don't
out.
I don't really have anything in particular. I was gonna I'm debating scrapping the idea of the napkin story, to be honest. Um I haven't 100% decided one way or the other.
Well, I have an option that you can think about as far as the napkin story.
Okay.
Kind of tying in on kind of how I mentioned before of like on one episode I'd like to get on and give, basically my testimony and where I've come from. So the napkin story could be this is napkins. This is what you've been through, where you've come from, what you've fought through, and you're still standing.
That's true.
Something to think about.
Um, I do have a question for you guys.
Okay.
So whenever you're going through something specific like this,
Mhm.
um, one of the things. So this is something that I've always said, and if you go through my playlist, you would understand too. My playlist is all over the place. My playlist very much typically matches my mood and my feelings at the time, I guess. So my
Mhm.
question is, whenever you're going through something, especially like what I'm going through, does it help you more to listen to uplifting music or more music that can relate to your situation, if that makes any sense?
Well, in the past, it was more like if I was dealing with depression, then I would listen to songs that kind of describe dealing with it in a way. Um, in the past few months, um, most of the music that I listen to doesn't really matter on the style of it, but it's more of a Christian music. It doesn't matter if it's like rock, pop, whatever is it's in the Christian genre. And the only reason I do that is because like I kind of get where you're coming from, as in like my mind's a jacked up place, and sometimes the thoughts that go through it, they scare me, and I think it's so easy for your mind to spin out of control. So, and the Bible talks about um, for example, it mentions what you speak and stuff, and David said in Psalms um, that he put the Lord in his heart so that he wouldn't sin against him, because what you put in you is it's kind of like a seed; it grows, and unless it's something that's going to help edify or bring you closer uh, to God, then I kind of got to the point of, although those songs kind of helped me deal with the situations at times, at the same time, they helped it spin quicker because I would think about it more. And it wouldn't really help me deal with working through it. So now if I'm going through something and, it's got me, been out of control or my mind's starting to spin, I find a song that talks about more of reminding me that I do have control on what I'm going through. That I do have a choice in the outcome, because that's one thing that God gave us more than anything that a lot of people forget is you always have a choice.
Taco.
The crap.
I've got a voice changer on and I don't know how to fix it.
This nope.
Uh, for
There we go.
me, for me, I don't really pay attention to the music or whatever. If I'm listening to music, it's just I hit shuffle on everything on there, and if I'm feeling it, I let it play. If I'm not, I just hit skip. But I do get uh, that mindset that Medic talked about there of you, if you're just listening to stuff that mimics your mood, it's not going to help you necessarily come out of it. It's going to kind of keep you dwelling on it. It's going to make you, it might make you process it, like you may be forced to actually look at it and all that, but it's going to drag it out. It's going to make you sit in it more and want to just kind of dwell in that feeling and, oh, woe is me type of attitude. Whereas if you are choosing instead to go with Christian music or uplifting music, it's going to kind of pull you and make you want to come out of that and get into a different mindset or a different feeling overall?
I don't know. I guess for me personally, at least at this very moment, my biggest therapy is driving and listening to music. And I've tried a little bit of all genres, and nothing. It's the same outcome either way right now. But I think it's just where I'm still processing stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
Which it is funny. My partner at work, he always knows when I'm hitting my limit on driving because I do the same thing every time and not entirely intentionally. I'll put on the heaviest songs that I have and then use the steering wheel as if it's the world's most durable drum and beat the absolutely living tar out of it as hard as I can. And he finds it hilarious. He's like, at least I have a warning sign that you're getting tired when you do that.
Sometimes it's therapeutic.
True. I'm telling you, one of the best therapies is just blasting music and then just hopping on the drum set and beating the crap out of them.
I don't
I
play
could see
drums.
that.
Maybe you need to go to one of those what do they call
Rage
them?
rooms.
Rage rooms and just break stuff.
I thought about it.
I've heard it's therapeutic.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I
what I've
think
seen
that
of them
that's
looks fun.
and I know that it's gonna get better. I know that with I don't know. I guess I know with time it's things are gonna get better, and I also know some things I need to do, but I don't know. It's like part of my problem right now, and part of the reason why I need to kind of step back is because number one, my mind is all over the place, and number two, it's not all sad. You know, there are times. Don't get me wrong. There are times that it is genuine, just soul crushing sadness.
Right.
Um, there's other times that it's anger. There's other times it's confusion. And like I said, there's just it's all over the place. There's no set emotion. There's no set feeling. There's no
And that's one thing I was talking about. Like it's so easy to when you start spinning. I mean, it goes, and it doesn't need mean that it has to be all sadness. I mean, that'll spin straight into anger, and then that'll spin straight into confusion type deal. And so one thing I would say, just to think about, this is food for thought. Um, Previous episodes, we talked about like addiction, and you said it's a people can quit it because it's a mindset. You make up your mind, you're gonna be done with it, right? So make up your mind on how you're gonna feel and what you're gonna dwell on. Make up your mind on if you're gonna let it keep spinning or if you're gonna stop the spinning. Life sucks sometimes, hardcore. Sometimes it sucks so bad you don't even want to do it anymore. But at the same time, life's good if you look at it. If you want to find the good in anything, you look hard enough, you'll find it. You want to find the bad in anything, you look hard enough, you're going to find it. Make up your mind on what you're going to dwell on and what you're going to think about, and it's a mindset. You want to be happy and have good vibes? Focus on it. Hence the spiral I mentioned earlier. And remember, sometimes you have to just take life by the balls. True. There's a lot of truth to it. It's life in anything in any situation is what you make of it. Sometimes it might be hard to do. Sometimes you just need You need a moment to gather yourself before you do make up your mind and step into it. So I get it.
And I will also say, genuinely, like, I haven't got to dive into the editing side
Right.
much, and this is a little bit of SCG behind the scenes for our listeners. But I made the decision to kind of step back from the videos and step into the editing aspect, just because at this very moment I am a full time single father, and it's hard whenever you have young children to get a distraction free time to actually stream or play games or anything. And so for me, it's easier for my mic to be off and me be editing or doing camera work or whatever. Um, I do miss the videos aspect, and I do miss the recording and streaming and all that. But um,
Well, there's also a different way you can look at it too. You miss that stuff and you enjoy doing it. That doesn't mean you have to fall back to a reserve. It just means, maybe you won't be in every video. Maybe you want a little bit of help with editing.
well, I think
You don't have to put too much pressure on yourself.
with the editing, the reason why I decided to go reserve, and the because it's number one, it's not fair to the group. Number two, it's not at this very moment, even at work. Um, I struggle to stay focused because of of everything, because of my mind being so scattered right now. So I feel like sitting down and editing a 2 hour video is going to be nearly impossible at this current moment. Um,
You'd be surprised. Sometimes it's kind of therapeutic. Like it gives you something to focus on, especially when your mind's scattered. And like I've had days like I don't know, man. Like there's just sometimes I don't want to deal with stuff, and and maybe I don't feel good, or I'm going through something, and I feel like I can't focus, or I don't have the drive that I usually want to work on something. And then when I sit down to try and work on a video or something, and I'm literally it's just me and nobody else. Like I'm not in here talking to anybody or anything on Discord. It's just me and focusing in on that video, and as those videos are playing and me focusing on what I'm doing, it kind of helps me get back on track. And then sometimes watching through those videos and listening to us on those videos, I mean, I'm sit here and laugh at us all by myself all day, and it's sometimes it helps.
Yeah, it's like, well, Medic and Schizo tried painting minis with me, and they didn't really care for it as much. But for me, it's therapeutic to sit there painting a mini. I get lost in it. I'm not thinking about anything else. All my worries and cares just kind of disappear. And the way he talks, that's the way it is for Medic when it comes to editing the videos.
I will say the original letter I sent out. Um, that was originally. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Originally, the original letter was a little bit out of anger. Um, but especially after talking to Vet, I decided to stand strong on it. And it wasn't out of anger; it was more of concern for the group because I knew that I couldn't give it my all.
Right. I get it, but at the same time, and not to like boast on this group, but I genuinely have faith in this group that we can stand. You know what I mean? Like I mean, we are legit a brotherhood, and I know there's been talks before about other groups, that they go through stuff, they fight, they eat crap and whatnot, but I genuinely have faith that this group they can work through stuff. You know, brothers fight, brothers mess up, brothers at the end of the day are still brothers. SCG and his drum set has been a huge thing for medics' mental health. That is truth. A whole lot of truth. You all have no idea how much this group has helped me dealing with my stuff.
And I just want you to know I'm still getting emails from people. I'm up to 508 emails.
Good Lord.
Maybe that'll show you something. Speaks volumes, though. That's true.
Yep.
And we get it, Napkins, and no matter what you decide, we support you 100%. And we're always here. Um,
I do.
like Vet
I do
said
have a
earlier,
request. I do have a request for Vet or Angry Vet Nation, whichever want to do it.
uh-oh.
If they don't care, I would like to know what email went out this morning to cause everybody to start emailing. I feel like that's a fair request.
Now that your voters are filling up.
And while we wait on them to either reply or tell you they can't reply, we do want to remind all of our listeners and our viewers that if you are a veteran or a first responder and you're interested in breaking into the streaming or YouTube space and you need help with gear or mentorship, go to angryvetnation.org and apply today. Uh, they will be closed starting tomorrow, December 31st, until January 5th. But they currently have nothing in their queue, so if you're interested, apply today and you will get an answer within 6 to 8 weeks. And remember, you must be a veteran or a first responder to qualify.
And to quote Vet earlier, I 100% agree that SCG is not SCG without napkins.
Yep. I am absolutely terrible with IT stuff and with technology.
Yeah,
So
he's
without
terrible.
napkins, I can't do a thing.
By the way, we finally got Taco a logo.
Yeah, we finally came up with a logo that I'm very happy with. Medic did most of the work on getting it to where it is, and I'm very happy with it, and I think it suits me pretty well.
So we got that going. Yay. Says ad break will start in 5 minutes.
Either later today or sometime early tomorrow, I will continue my solo stream for Star Wars The Old Republic, The Jedi Knight Story. I just don't know which yet. I've got some stuff to take care of for our grandma today, so I don't know when that'll happen. And I think if Medic still has issues with one of the games we've talked about doing as a group, we will probably try and get some group content going on something else soon.
True. Oh,
Oh, they sent it in the chat.
uh-oh.
I don't know if that was the
Angry
screen I
Vet
did.
Nation, we need your help calling the Brotherhood. We have a member of the family that is going through some serious stuff
Crap.
and needs help. He is on a downward spiral and has a history of struggling with mental health and suicide. Reach out and show him some love. We are a brotherhood, and when one hurts, we all hurt. When one needs a crutch, we show up in numbers. Napkins from Slim Chance Gaming and Beyond the Quest. Email is blah blah blah.
That's awesome. That's all they had to say, and that many people have reached out to you suddenly.
Somebody put an onion under my eyes again.
That's one thing I really appreciate about Angry Vet Nation and all they're doing is the people they are bringing into the fold actually care. They
Right.
actually respect that this is a brotherhood of all of us. It's not just them. It's not just what they can get out of it. It's they actually respect and care for the other people involved too, whether they know them or not.
It
So
speaks volumes
that's
into what
incredible.
they are striving to do, too.
Thank you guys.
Do
Them,
what?
them allergies are kicking in again, aren't they? Choking you up a bit.
Yeah, yeah, they are. I just said thank you to that Amy and all they
Daggone
do.
Chad.
The other 500 and something people. One thing you always got to remember, Napkins, is you ain't alone.
It's true. You're never alone.
Well, you ain't got to say it creepy like. Okay, that's a little more. Okay, you outdone him. Congratulations. um, any last thoughts, comments, piercing critical insight? We have
Rose water and
315 groups, and most of these groups have 4+ members, so probably getting some more.
my nose is running, my eyes is watering. It's been an emotional episode.
Well, I hope more of these groups make themselves known to us so we can support them too.
Right?
We love creating a community that supports each other.
I think it'd be really cool to, figure out what some of these other groups, if they play games, what they play, if they do shows, type deal, and work on collabs and everything.
Yeah, that'd be really
I
awesome.
I'm all about trying to help any channels grow.
Oh yeah,
Most, in all honesty, have decided to keep the secrecy for some reason. We're working on it. I got you.
I mean, I also kind of get it because
Yeah.
I can't really talk about it too much because there is an NDA, but I was terrified to say anything. So I can get their hesitation.
Yeah. Not everybody is just as awesome as us. uh, well, fellers, anything else before we wrap it up? I know Napkins is probably killed out and needing sleep too.
Honestly, I made a mistake.
Uh oh.
Schizo had an extra Monster coffee, and I haven't drank actual Monster in probably at least 6+ months. So I was like, you know what? Sure. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling discouraged. Let me just shotgun this real quick. It's a bad idea.
Now
It's a
you're awake.
bad idea.
I could see
Needless,
that.
needless to say, we cleared the 9th floor ICU in a little under an hour. The entire floor.
Don't be surprised if he brings you one every shift now.
He couldn't keep up with me. He was like, "Dude, you're killing me. You're making me nervous. What's going on?" I was like, "Second wind, baby. Let's go." And then every time that he would start slowing down, I'd be like, "Speed run, speed run, speed run."
He's probably like pouring a sweat and everything.
He was.
Yeah.
I offended him at one point because I was like, "Let's just go together." Because after the monster kicked in, I was like, "Let's just go together, and I'll stick everybody so that we're faster." And he went, "Wait a minute, what's that mean?"
Man,
you
if he
got it
don't like
done.
the answer, he just has to work on it, right?
But you got it done.
Right.
I can snooze the ads. I didn't know that. Look at me learning things.
Learning something new every day.
Oh, you got a message, Napkins.
Thanks, Gage.
I know I don't know you, but I love you, Napkins, and I'm here for you, man. I love the people that come to this show.
Yeah, I have to say, it feels like the people who are finding us and sticking around are the kind of people we want to be associated with us. The people who
Building a
feel
community, homie.
something there. Yeah, the people who actually have an investment. They like it. They want to be part of it. They want to share this kind of, I guess, feeling with others.
And I will say, just because they don't watch on stream don't mean that or they don't watch live don't mean that they're not out there.
Right,
Obviously, from some of the questions and stuff that we've got, there's people that listen on just about every podcasting platform that we publish to. So,
right. And you know what? I would expect you probably might get some more emails after this episode goes broadcasted.
yeah, that's true. Oh, by the way, I appreciate you, Amy, for not doxing me by listing my email in the chat there.
That would have been hilarious.
Talk about getting a lot more emails.
Speaking of emails, anybody that is interested and they don't want to go to angryvetnation.org to get in contact with the show, you can also send an email to btq at
SlimChanceGaming.com.
slimchancegaming.com. Sad part is I forgot what the email was.
You double check that we don't have any more. I closed the inbox early.
Oh, I cannot breathe and I feel some nasal spray coming on.
No, we don't have any more.
Yeah, that's the one medication I forgot to use this morning before we started the podcast.
Is what it is.
Mine don't help for other reasons. Onions and allergies, man. Onions and allergies.
Onions and allergies is what it is.
I think that's the episode title this week, guys.
Onions and allergies. I like it.
Anything else, fellows?
We wish everybody a happy new year, and we look forward to seeing them in the coming year. I don't know if I'll be here next Monday because I'm supposed to work, but I won't know for sure until this weekend.
I do think. I think it would be a good idea for us to start talking about and um, figuring out a way to maybe do a second episode. I think that would be a good idea.
I agree. Mainly
And I
because I said it
apologize for
earlier.
my delayed response there. I was reading at the same time that I was trying to talk, and I can't chew gum and walk at the same time, people.
I do too. I think that would be a really good thing, especially if we can get Cal in. I know the evenings work a little bit better for Cal and Schizo and probably you. I would assume. Um,
Actually, the really messed up thing is on my off days, my schedule literally flips. So on my off days, I'm typically up by 10, 11 a.m. Um, and it really sucks on Fridays, but what can you do?
we'll figure out a time. It doesn't have to be like late in the evening or anything. We'll figure out a time and a day that'll work for everybody and try and start adding in a second episode every week. I think that would be a really good thing because if nothing else, I find doing this podcast, this is very therapeutic for me. Just being able to get on and talk and discuss stuff. We will be here And paid right. I'm telling you, I wish I had a boss like Vet.
And that's the secret to a happy marriage.
um,
uh,
getting
for anybody that's not watching live, the Angry Vet Nation, aka Amy, said we will be here and paid, right, honey? And the Angry Vet responded and said, "Yes, dear."
with either coffee and donut. Oh, I wonder what your evening snack's gonna be. Will that be the popcorn?
I don't know. He did say he was gonna order some of those moon pies, so
That's true. Everybody be microwaving moon pies and be like, "Y'all are wrong. This is terrible."
they're gonna try the sandwich now. We blew their
Oh.
minds with that.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
gotta
we
try
did.
that.
Telling you, toasted bread, peanut butter, and marshmallow fluff. Man,
So I just got to know about the popcorn thing. Are you guys? Is everybody in the office just a huge fan of popcorn? Because I mean, if there's one person, probably Chad, who doesn't like popcorn, they got to feel left out.
Probably Chad. Chad's like the one begging for a popcorn machine.
No, Chad's probably the one like, guys, I hate popcorn. Everybody's like, shut up, Chad. Nobody cares.
Shut up, Chad. We're getting a popcorn machine. Do-do-do. I've used the last snooze on the ads. So I think 5 minutes. Ads will start. We offer snack cakes and bags of chips, daily sandwiches, etc. in our break room at any time. So there's that alternative.
What kind of company do you guys run?
Daggone.
we don't get none of that crap.
When I worked at Amazon, in their break room, it was like $5 for a bologna sandwich, and y'all just giving them out for free.
We have a water cooler. That's about it.
It don't work half time.
Well, there are many times where we don't have water for said water cooler, so
Yeah. We used
Yeah,
to
we
used
got
to
an
have
ice and
some
water machine.
snacks, but it was like
Coffee pot.
can of weenies and beanie weenies and rice cakes.
that's an odd combination.
And then people would just go in there and take what they want and go hide it. So it was, or you had people that wouldn't do runs and they just stayed there eating all day. So it was, yeah, not good times. So you go to like the EMS room at a hospital and you're like, oh, maybe they got something in here, and you're lucky to walk away with one of them tiny little miniature cans of pop.
Oh, the local hospital doesn't have an EMS room for us, period. Well, I mean, they technically have one labeled an EMS room, but we get nothing from it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had on them big jobs.
You'll have that at a facility that cares more about the dollar and less about the people.
Truth.
Yeah, I did have to laugh week before last. My partner, who also pulls double duty at that hospital, was informing me about how a local news company had announced that they were some sort of award winner for best place to work or something, and within 2 hours, they were flooded by so many comments from employees who were calling it out for how fake it is that suddenly the internet disappeared from the facility for all the employees.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi's still on the fritz there. I had to disconnect from it last night.
I'd say that probably killed Dylan.
Apparently, one of the biggest comments that employees were leaving was, "How much did you have to pay for this award?"
Whatever puts it in their pocket.
Anybody have anything else they want to talk about this morning?
I think I'm all out. All I had was the New Year's resolutions.
We're pushing 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
I'm good.
Angry Vet Nation would probably like for us to stretch this out some more since they're getting double time right now, but
I'm good as well. I didn't really have much to say. I was just here because it's fun to be here with you guys.
Oh. Exactly, everybody. uh, I'm wondering when Angry Vet Nation is gonna start splitting off and having like you're gonna have AVN Chad Twitch, so we can see when he talks, and then you're gonna have like all of them. They're
And
separate.
boost those numbers too.
That or Amy just really likes typing.
I think she is afraid to allow any of the rest of them that sort of power during an episode.
Yeah, maybe why they do it, they don't want us to hear everything said. Literally my entire job, and also what Taco said. I got you. Well, are we wrapping it up, fellers?
I believe so.
You good with that, Napkins?
yes, sir.
Well, you want to go ahead and give one more shout out before these ads kick in?
Huge shout out to all of Angry Vet Nation, not just Amy and Vet and the office staff, but literally the entire brotherhood. It means more than you guys know. Shout out to
40 seconds.
shout out to everybody actually. Like there's even been some people in our Discord that have reached out to me and asked if I was okay and offered to be there. So we're definitely building the right community.
I agree. So, from SCG, all of us, to all of you, we wish you guys a very happy new year and can't wait to see you next year. Till next time, we love y'all. Jesus loves you more. Bye!
Right?
From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chop's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chop's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chop's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chop's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slingshot's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slingshot's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's